What's up, guys? This is Occam's Razor. I'm doing a review right quick on my rifle. I get more questions, believe it or not, about how my rifle is set up than I do concealed carry or anything else, from holsters, you name it. Everybody wants to know exactly how I have my rifle set up. So I'm gonna try to make this as quick and as painless as possible. But we're gonna go through a few things. I'm not gonna go in depth on a lot of it. It's just me telling you what I like and why I have my rifle set up, or what I have it set up for, better yet. So first we're gonna go to the sling, which is a MS1 sling by Magpul with the Magpul QD mounts. There's nothing spectacular about them. That Magpul QD mounts, and it's a Magpul sling. I don't need the padded stuff on there. To me personally, it just works. It works for me, man, dude. Next is the this sleeve here that you see. Let me move it forward a little bit for you so you can see. This right here is the Blue Force Gear sling sleeve. Basically, what that does is it keeps this sling tight to your gun. So as you're storing it, whether you is in a closet, car, safe, attic, underwater, I don't know, wherever you got it at, it'll keep it from moving around and bouncing around, so you won't be fighting your sling when it's time for you to use your weapon. So I turn it forward so you can see. See, it holds it tight. You just fold it up and tighten it to your sling. Yeah, and it'll hold your sling together. So, but you can still actuate triggers and all this stuff. Yeah, for the safety Nancy's out there in the world, this gun is clear. There's nothing in it. Just so they don't say, oh God, the bullet's gonna come through the screen and get us, whatever. But back at the ranch. Other half to this is I have my sling in the closest position to the receiver, which is there, and also into my buttstock, which is here. I'll explain more about that QD mount in a second. This is how I run it. This is what I like. This is what I do. So give me 1 second. Let me take the sling off and I'll be right back with you with this one. That's a good thing about QD mounts. The good and bad thing about it. Hard to get these suckers off once you got them on one-handed. Okay. All right. Here we go, guys. All right, back at the ranch. All right, now I'm gonna sit it down for a second for you guys. All right. Now, this QD mount that's here, this QD mount, as you know, is not part of this buttstock, which is a Mission First Battle Link buttstock. It's a basic buttstock. I'm not, you got people say, it's gonna hook on things and it'll catch up and you'll fall, it'll hit your gear, whatever you want to say. It didn't do it. It doesn't do it for me. I don't know what you may be doing or how you may be training. No, that's up to you. To each their own. But as you know, on the Mission First buttstock, it has a QD mount that is here, right? So I don't like my sling mounted right there. So what I did is I did some homework, some research, looked around YouTube here and there. There's a few videos on it. I don't think it's many, but this QD mount is made by Impact Weapons Components. So basically what it is, in these little cutouts here, whether it's on Mission First, whether it's Magpul, whatever buttstocks you use, if it has these cutouts, but the QD mount is not where you want it to be, and it has those on there, you can insert this in there. This is a metal insert. I think it's 60 aluminum. It's one of those aluminums. I'm not sure which one it is. Don't give me the line to you. But you just say that's the logo if you can see it. But what it does is it's a QD mount with a piece of metal, or it comes with a piece of metal that, let me spin it around for you there, where you see where it bolts in. A plate, you screw them in, so it locks in, so you can go left-handed, right-handed, however you want to run with it. But it allows me to put a QD mount farther back than what it is here, which I don't really like. I don't like my QDs far forward, and I don't like them on the base plate. That's just me personally. Once again, this is my rifle. This is how I set it up. All right. Next, we're gonna go on to my lower. My lower, which is an Arrow Precision lower. I like Air Precision. They have some qualities that kind of work. Plus, they're tried and true. They've been around a long time. It just works, period. And I don't need a rifle with a Cool Guy logo that I'm gonna pay $200 for just because they have an awesome logo sitting on the side of it. I really don't care about that. The question, does it work? So next on this is my lower, once again, is Air Precision. My grip is by Magpul. It's a basic Magpul grip. Nothing spectacular. There's nothing super about it. No Cool Guy, Super Ninja tricks to it. It's a Magpul grip. Now I do have the Magpul insert, which is down bottom here. I'm not gonna take it out, but in this insert, it does run CR123 batteries. I have 2 of them in there because, as you know, if you've ever used your light for an extended period of time, your batteries will run out. And when they do, it's better to have batteries. So this one runs too. They have some with oil, bolts, you can put all kinds of stuff down there, Skittles, I don't know, whatever you want to put in there, but you can put that in there. After that, I have a Magpul trigger guard. Nothing spectacular about this, just a plastic Magpul trigger guard. Nothing awesome like the metal ones or something like that. It came with the group when I bought the trigger group from PSA. A lot of this stuff came with it. So the lower, a lot of the stuff on here is PSA, not everything, but a lot of it is. So move along with it anyway. My trigger is a PSA trigger group. It's a mil-spec trigger group. Nothing spectacular about it. It's strictly a trigger group. I think that you should learn how to shoot with a regular trigger first, then upgrade your trigger to all these super duper, Master Blaster triggers. Because, before you can upgrade, the question is, can you shoot? So if you can't shoot, it doesn't really make a difference. Next on the list, past my trigger group, is these pins here. I have KNS precision non-rotation pins, I guess is what they call. Yeah. So basically, these pins stop your trigger group, your trigger pins from rolling out. Cause I've heard stories of it, and if you shoot long enough, you'll notice your pins will move back and forth, slide in and out, things of that nature. So not bad, but they will here and there. So it's a peace of mind thing. Yeah, it looks cool too, but looking cool is everything. But the other part to it is it's a peace of mind thing. I mean, hey, you can sleep, you can feel warm and fuzzy knowing that your pins won't come out. Make sure, but everything on here, make sure that you're blue Loctiting everything on here, even if it comes with Loctite on it. Still buy some blue Loctite, blue, not red, the blue Loctite. Put a little drop on there, do it in, screw it in, it'll keep it in place. If you shoot enough and you shoot hard enough, stuff will start unscrewing and walking out. Next is my safety selector. My safety selector is a Noveski safety selector. It's the STS 60 degree selector, and it has a Magpul SSG lever, which maybe you can see it there, but tactile, it works. If I flip around to the side over here, you may be able to see the Noveski sign. Yes, you can, with the little, so it lets you know where it is. But basically, this is an ambi safety. So for you lefties out there, you can switch it around to this side and vice versa, and you'll be better rock on with what you're doing. So, I'm right-handed. Mine stays on this side. I like it. It works. Once again, it's not the mil-spec one. It's just something cool. Once again, looking cool as everything. So, next is the boat catch. My boat catch is a basic boat catch. Nothing spectacular about it. It's a mil-spec boat catch. It came with the lower kit that I got. Putting these pins in is a pain in the ass. So now if you somebody who like taking them in and out over and over again, sure, do it. But on this particular Air Precision one, it's not the one with the threaded. I think it's the MS3. I have one of them on my pistol lower, but those have the threaded one. So yeah, you take them in and out, up and down. I'm not a fan of bad levers and all these other super ones, enhanced ones. They're cool, but that's in there. It works. I mean, some people want bigger ones. Hey, that's on you. Go get training and learn how to shoot. You'll be straight. Past that, my buffer tube castle nut, back plate, buffer spring, and buffer are all PSA. like Palmetto State. I mean, it works. It's a 70-75. I don't know if it's T6 aluminum, but yes, it's 70-75 aluminum. So 6th position. It's a good buffer tube. You don't have to have super duper cool buffer tubes. It would be cool if they had the numbers on the positions. That would be nice, but that doesn't come with this one on this particular one. So it works like it works. And make sure when you're doing this, because I put this lower together myself, as you can see, it is staked very well. You won't stake your capsule nut because your capsule nut will roll off. It will unscrew over time. So they'll be advisable. You don't have to, but it might be in your best interest. Past that, I believe that's it on my lower. That's it for my lower, I believe. Yep, everything is copacetic is there. So now we're gonna move forward to my upper. Try to make this quick, y'all, so I can get you out of here, because so I don't bore you to tears. As I've been told, it could be that way. So anyway, super long videos. All right, back at the wrench. My upper is a PSA. I move this back and forth. It's a PSA lightweight upper. It's chambered in 5.56-223. You see all the cutouts in there. They've cut out everything around it, except for even in the rail, even in the top rail, you see the cutouts in there. Has a low profile gas block. It's key mod. Yes, it's key mod. Some people want to say, oh, well, it's key mod. M-Lock is so much better. Once again, key mod, M-Lock. Doesn't make a difference. Can you shoot? If you can shoot, it doesn't really make a difference. And you know, they say M-Lock could last if you bump into things and run into things. Can you shoot? So I digress. Back at the ranch. Okay. On this upper, one of the things that I do like about it is the fact that my rifle, I believe, in a total weight unloaded as it is now, is between 7 and 8 pounds, give or take. So I want it to be as lightweight as possible, because in an urban environment, you might have to climb, things of that nature, and having an 8-pound super cool Master Blaster AR, it sounds great until you got to carry that 10-pound rifle over a fence about 8 times. It'll change how you think about things, or you had to walk with it for long distances of time. With that being said, I do have a BCM QD mount on the front of this rail, because if I have to walk for long distances of time with it, I can move my QD from here to the front, so they make it a lot easier for me to walk and carry it over long periods of time. I don't use it that way, but once again, options. Who doesn't love options? Other than that, on the front, I have a A2 flash hider, just a flat out basic mil spec A2 flash hiders. Nothing wrong with flash hiders. I don't like muzzle brakes or comps. They say it keeps the gun flat. It does, but once again, get training, go shoot, be able to shoot, control your firearm or your rifle. The cool thing about this is, if I do ever change this out, which I doubt I will, but if I did, I would still have a flash hider on whatever suppressor mount that I use or whatever. I still do a flash hider. I mean, I don't want you to see why I'm at. It's just that simple. All right, next, I have basic Magpul flip up sights. Let me see, can I get that there? That is the plastic ones. They're nothing spec. They're not the pros. They're just the plastic Magpul flip up sights. You know, I've heard people say that, you know, you can melt them off by shooting some of the rounds. But truth be told, if you can melt this polymer sight off this rifle, that means you can't touch it, even with gloved hands. There's nothing that can make you melt this off where you can touch this. I mean, I don't know what you think you're gonna be doing. You're fighting a zombie apocalypse and you're dumping 1,000 rounds in an hour. No, whatever. No, that's not realistic. So, plus my gas block is here. The barrel does get hot. Yes, this end does get hot, but my gas block is here. It's far enough away. Nothing is touching my gas block. So, if you're shooting in bursts, which you normally are, yes, it's gonna get a little warm, but it won't melt these off. Not in my experience so far, at least. Next, I have BCM rail covers. The BCM rail covers, it gives you a point of reference when you're holding onto your firearm. I shoot with a C-clamp grip, not this old commando grip. So let me see, I'm gonna take the camera good enough so you can see it. So if I'm shooting like this, that means it gives me some place to rest my hand, as you can see there. You know, sweaty, bloody, muddy, you can hang on to it. They have a little texture, if you can see in the video here. I have it one on each side and one down bottom. So let's kind of get that in the camera good. Yeah. And I have a BCM foregrip. I just put it on there a few months ago, ran it. It gives you a better purchase on your rifle. You can pull it into your body as you're working and going around structures and other things. So I like it. It is hollowed. Of course, there's nothing in there. I don't think I need any kind of thing like extra batteries or whatever in there. That's just not what I think I need as of right now. Hold on for that, because it could change over time. Past that, let me turn this rifle around for you guys. Make it quick for you. My light is a Streamlight ProTac rail mount HLX 1000 lumen light. Right? Let me see, can I get this in the picture good? So I'll set this down a little bit for you. Okay. Any defensive handgun or rifle or shotgun you have that you're going to defend your life or your family's life with. That was a lot, wasn't it? Okay. You need to have a light on there. Why? Because you can't see you can't see what you can't see. You can't see in that corner, even in ambient light in your house. You can't see in every corner of your house. It's not realistic. You know, you got a whole bunch of cool guys that say they can do everything. They can see everything in their house. Unless you sleep with all your lights on in your house, 99% of the time, you're not going to be able to see it. And plus, when you wake up in the middle of the night with one sock on, boxer shorts, half with sleep in your eyes, punch drunk, you want to be able to see what you're shooting at or what you're about to shoot at. So what they call it what is it? PID, positive ID. So, and if you have to step outside of your house, that means if your wife is coming home from work, you see 2 or 3 bad guys, let's say bad guys, that's outside or whatever you name it. I don't know what it could possibly be. Where you have to come out your house with your rifle at night. You want to be able to see what you're shooting at a distance. This rifle is a 16-inch rifle, so it can reach out a lot farther. And this light is the 1000 lumen model of it, so it can see farther. It can illuminate farther than I can see. So that's a cool thing for it. They have other models as well. I have another one. I'll review that later on, and I might do a more in-depth review on this. Other thing is Streamlight. This light, I think it's like $150. Now, if you're a super cool tactical ninja dude that is jumping out of an airplane, swimming through the ocean, fighting Jaws and Talibans or whatever you're doing, or fighting rats in your mama's basement, or mice, better yet, in your mom's basement, you can get a surefire light. Sure, get it. But you're going to spend $400 on a light that you will probably never use. They say that they're bomb-proof and all these things, but are you bomb-proof? No. This has been dropped off many buildings and 2-story buildings, houses. You can't survive that, but the light will. So I'm pretty sure if you fall outside of a house, the first thing you're going to do is not going to say, ooh, my optic and my light is working still. You're going to be on the ground screaming around, twisting, turning, and crying probably. But anyway, I digress. Back at it, I'm running a tape switch on this, which is because I run my C-grip, and I'm running a cloud defensive rail cover for my tape switch. It's made out of aluminum as well, and once again, it can take falls. My rifle has been dropped. It slid around places. It's got scratches, scars, and all the other things on there, but this is another thing that's a peace of mind. This does come with rail covers for it and Velcro. I do have the Velcro under this, but I also, just for added peace of mind, but it works for it. It keeps it on the gun. It's going to keep it on gun. And this is also blue Loctite down as well as the other thing. My mount, I took off the mount that came on this, and I'm running an Arasaka light mount. I like it because it hugs it close to the gun. If I can get it in frame for you, you may be able to see what I mean. It's sitting very close to this rifle. With that being said, there's less things to get hung up on as you're moving and doing your cool guy ninja stuff in the basement. So, and less things you can get hung, snagged, caught, all the other things that you can think of on it. Next, we're going to go down to my bolt carrier group. My bolt carrier group is a Palmetto State Armory full automatic bolt carrier group. All right, quick second on this. Bolt carrier groups, they're all made by only a few companies. There are not many that make, there are not like 50 companies that make bolt carrier groups. There's only a few of them. Just make sure when you get your bolt carrier group, it's from a reputable company. All right, make sure your gas block is not gas block, but make sure it's staked properly, basically, in a nutshell. I don't want to go through and break it down and tell you everything about it, but make sure that this is staked properly. If your bolt carrier group is not staked properly, it will come apart. This is the life of the gun. This is what makes your gun work. If it is not right, if it's not staked right, you can do it yourself, or just go to get a company that has a good track record. That's all I can say about that. Next, other than that, my charging handle, as you saw earlier, this is a Strike Industries extended charging handle, I believe it is. You see there? I like it because this charging handle, I mean, I don't have to have a ambi charging handle. I mean, the likelihood of me switching from left to right, up to down, climbing down things and come around corners and all that with left-handed, right-handed, and on the ground, left-handed, right-handed. Yes, it's training for it, but normally I can charge this left, right-handed, whatever. This practice, training. Learn how to use your rifle, your things. So, need to say, at first I did not like it because I thought it was gonna get caught and hung on things. It is not so gaudy and so obtrusive that it gets hung on plate carriers, shirts, belts, things of that nature. It doesn't. I like them. I have these on every rifle that I own. I don't think it's one. Do I have? No. It's on every last one of them. It works. It doesn't have gas busting. It does have a groove in there, but I don't know if it's for gas busting or not. I can't say. You might have to Google that. It's more videos than I have on this. I might do a in-depth review later on, maybe. Who knows? All right. Last but not least on here. Oh yeah, and my magazine release is a mil-spec magazine release. Some things it just works. If it's not broke, don't fix it. All right, guys, we're almost at the end of this. Now, this is my optic. I'm probably gonna go down the rabbit hole on this for a quick second. First, my mount is a UTG mount. It is just a plain Jane absolute mount. It's not a quick detach mount, no, but it's made out of 60-65 aluminum. I do know that much. It has little cutouts in here that fits into each Picatinny rail. Press it forward. It is far forward as I can have it on the actual receiver, not the actual rail. So you keep it zero, and it just works. It does screw down with 2 screws, as you can see here. So both of those are blue Loctite down. This has been dropped, legitly dropped hard. It did not bend. My red dot did not lose 0. It works. Sometimes you don't have to go with a $50 or $100 optic mount. You can if you want to, but if you're on a budget and you need a red dot, which I believe all rifles do, get one. Go do some homework, do some research. You'll find some that work for you. I'm pretty sure of it. All right, last but not least is my red dot. It is a Hollow Sun red dot. It is the HS403A 2 MOA dot. It is the one with the shake awake. Well, all of them, I believe, are shake awakes, but this is one of the first ones. So my battery is under the actual red dot, not on the side like some of them are. You do have your buttons that are, positive, negative. You hold both of them down. You can cut it completely off. Hold both, touch one, I believe, and it cuts it on. Does have the cap turrets where you can actually change your windows and elevation, but they're not covered. Some people don't like this one because they say you can't get to the battery quickly if you need to. Okay, here's the thing. This is going to be quick though. This battery has been in this red dot for 3 years, going on 3 years. It is still working. Every time I pick it up, it works. The shake away thing, I think, is that after 10 minutes, it cuts off and it comes back on when you pick it up or the rifle is moved. This is my home defense rifle. So this rifle doesn't get picked up all the time, but it gets picked up enough. Out of those 3 years that this red dot has been on this rifle, it is still working. It is still bright. It still does what it's supposed to do. After the 4th year, which is coming up on my 4th year, I will take it out and change it to another battery. But I can say guaranteed as of now, 3+ years, this red dot is still kicking. It's not the one with the circle dot to it. It is the one with this one red dot on it, precision 2 MOA dot. It works. Point blank period. Some people don't like hollow suns. Some people do. Now you do have aim points. Aim points, you can get an aim point. Once again, if you're if you're overseas fighting, kicking indoors, fighting Taliban, or you're in your mom's basement once again fighting mice and Cheeto stains, you can get an aim point, but you're gonna spend $400, $500 for an aim point versus I think like $150, $125 to $175 for this one. It will last you. Once again, it has been dropped. There are multiple reviews on this, so I probably will do a review on it, but it's many other ones who have dropped, once again, off the side of houses, off 2-story buildings, probably out of helicopters, and they still work. So with that being said, it will survive what you will not. Believe it or not, at the end of the day, guys, this is just what I do. This is what I use. There are many rifles out there. This is the one that I set up for me. All right. I get more questions about rifles, believe it or not, once again, than I do anything else. So this can help you guys. This is just a view into what I think and what I like and how I run what I run. You know, if you have opinions, comments, likes, or things you see that you may not know about on this rifle, please leave in the comments below. I might do more videos on this rifle on specific parts that I've been using or that I use and why later on down the road. Other than that, guys, hey, look, enjoy yourself. Hey, shoot, and remember when freedom wasn't free. Peace.